atazuia mstari huu kupitisha pasi za katikati, na maana atakuwa na faida zaidi, lakini pia kama atazuia kwa njia za pembeni watakuwa na faida zaidi. Lakini kuna zile moments ambazo zitatokea labda wao ndio wako nyuma ya mpira, labda Simba imefanikiwa kupita katika maeneo yote, wakina Duchu wamekuja juu, Kibabage amekuja juu, let's say wanakuja mara nyingi wanakuwa wamekuja hivyo. Tutegemee kuona wakina Kiimbwa wakijaribu kusaidia kushuka mpaka chini kuhakikisha wanaenda na mikimbio ya Duchu, lakini kwa upande huku Bwenzi naye anatakiwa kwenda na mikimbio ya Kibabage. Wakati huo beki Gamala akiona zuia kwenye corridor hizi kuhakikisha Aula apate nafasi za kutengeneza, lakini pia Mwakinyuke Mpoki akiwa anazuia njia za Gay kuweza kutengeneza nafasi katika maeneo. Wakati huo mabeki wawili wakati wakiwa wanajaribu kumdominate Kibu Dennis, lakini sasa viungo wa chini Onditi pamoja na Cheda kuhakikisha Chama pamoja na Morris wapate muda na nafasi wa kuweza kuwa bunifu. From there sasa ndio unaweza kuanza kutumia counter attacks, kwa sababu ya aina ya watu ambao mwalimu ameweza kuanza nao. Kiimbwa kama watapoka
mashambulizi ya kujibu.
Mashambulizi ya kujibu. Kama mwalimu ambavyo ameweza kuanza na aina wachezaji ambao tunajua ni wazuri kwenye mashambulizi ya kujibu, kuna Kiimbwa pamoja na Bwenzi ambao wanaweza kutumia nafasi ambazo zitakuwa kwenye mapana ya uwanja wakiwa wanatengenezewa na Balama Mapinduzi kipenseli. Kama watafanya hivyo, nafikiri kuna nafasi kubwa wanaweza kaondoka na chochote kitu kwenye mechi ya leo.
Sawa, pengine wachezaji wa kuchungwa zaidi mchezo wa leo ni nani?
Kwa upande wa Simba.
Kwa upande wa Simba.
Tuwategemea wapya.
Wapi? Wa Kibabage, Chama, nani mwingine?
Kwa waliokuepo naweza nikawasemea zaidi kwa sababu nimewaona. Mechi kama hizi, mechi dhidi ya Mashujaa, Morris anaweza kuathiri, Kibu Dennis anaweza kuathiri, Chama tumeshawahi kumwona anaweza kuathiri hadi mechi kubwa zaidi ya hii. Lakini tutegemea kuona kina Kibabage wakiweza kuathiri mechi kama hii. Hao wageni kama watashindwa kuweza kuathiri mpinzani aina Mashujaa, ina maana hawana hadhi ya kucheza Simba.
Raymond.
Naam.
Tuambie, chezaji la kuchungwa au wachezaji wa kuchungwa zaidi leo Mashujaa ni nani na nani?
Kutokana na namna ya uchezaji wao, ina maana atatumia zaidi mashambulizi ya kushtukiza ama ya kujibu, ambapo tunategemea watu wazuri katika kufanya hivyo. Kwenye mapana ya uwanja wana Bwenzi pamoja na Kiimbwa, lakini mtengeneza nafasi ambaye atakuwa ni kiungo muhimu atakuwa ni Balama Mapinduzi kipenseli. Lakini pia kama atamtengenezea Jafari Kibaya ambaye ndio top scorer na goli lake moja, anaweza akawa mtu akiongeza ufanisi, anaweza akawa mtu hatari kwenye mechi ya leo.
Kwa faida ya maafisa ubashiri, tumalize na utabiri wa mchezo. Kwa faida ya maafisa ubashiri, Sistinyo, unatabiri nini leo mchezo?
Sitabiri, ila Simba anastahili kushinda 3. Asiposhinda 3 wahukumiwa.
Mchezo wa mwisho wa Yanga dhidi ya timu gani? Dodoma Jiji. Raymond alitoka hapa na utabiri imara kabisa. Raymond.
Pazito leo. 2-0 Simba anashinda.
2-0. Okay. Sisinyo umesema 3?
Wanastahili kwa lazima dhidi ya Mashujaa kushinda 3.
Sawa, huo ni utabiri kutoka kwa wachambuzi hapa PMTV. Wewe pia unaweza kusuka utabiri wako mzuri kabisa kupitia PMTV, pmbet.co.tz. Suka utabiri huko ili uweze kupata chochote kitu. Utabiri wa hawa unaweza usiwe na chochote kitu. Utabiri wako unaweza ukawa na chochote kitu. Tutarejea hapa baada ya dakika 90 pale ambapo kipenga cha mwamuzi kitapuliza kuashiria kwamba mpira umekwisha. Sisi tutarejea hapa kuweza kukuletea uchambuzi na kuangalia tathmini ya mchezo mzima ulikuwaje ndani ya dakika 90.
There are lots of VPNs out there at all different price points. Many of them are even free. So, should you use a free VPN? In this video, we'll break down the advantages and the disadvantages of free VPNs to help you make an informed decision. But first, let's talk for a moment about how all VPNs work, both free and paid.
When you connect to a VPN, you get a different IP address that is shared by many other people, which masks your real identity and location. Besides the privacy benefits, this can also allow you to access sites and services that may be restricted where you are. Your traffic goes through an encrypted tunnel that should, in theory, keep it secure and private.
If your goal in using a VPN is just to temporarily change your IP address and privacy isn't really a concern, then a free VPN may be useful. You might be able to, for example, read articles on blocked websites or watch videos that aren't available in your region. A free VPN is likely to be slower than a paid one, and it will almost always offer fewer choices of location. It's also more likely to suffer outages or simply not work on a site you're trying to use. If you find one that works for your situation, you might be okay. But it might not be the safest idea to use a free VPN for the long term or for anything more important.
After all, running any VPN service costs money. If a provider doesn't charge you a subscription fee, then it must be recouping those costs somewhere else. Some may offer a paid tier, while offering a much more limited service for free. The difference between the free and paid versions is likely to be substantial, but if you're not expecting much, it could work. Others may simply cut corners, offering weak or non-existent encryption, or engaging in poor security practices that put your traffic or your personal data at risk. And finally, some may even be abusing their access in order to log and record your browsing and shopping habits so they can be sold to advertisers or other third parties. Remember, using any VPN, whether free, paid, or provided by your employer, means entrusting your data to that VPN's servers. Make sure you trust that provider to do the right thing. A trustworthy provider has a clear and thorough privacy policy, invests in technology to improve your experience and security, invites and publicizes regular audits by third-party experts, verifying its claims.
So, should you use free VPNs? Admittedly, we're a little biased, but we wouldn't recommend it for anything beyond occasionally uncensoring content. If you're banking, shopping, or just a heavy internet user, a quality paid VPN will be worth it for a smooth and private online experience. For more tips on how to take control of your privacy, visit expressvpn.com.
For just $37, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about showing your face on camera or using complex editing tools. With only a few clicks with Instadoodle, you can generate a high-converting video just like the one you're watching right now. So now that I've proved to you that Doodle videos work, let me show you how we created this video with only a few clicks using Instadoodle. The first thing you'll notice after you open Instadoodle is the extensive library of done-for-you characters, props, and text. Additionally, Instadoodle provides the flexibility to upload your customized images, fonts, voiceover, and music. You can just drag and drop any element that you want from our extensive library, scale it, rotate, and tweak it to seamlessly integrate with your project. The next step is to add some text. Select the font, center it, set the color, purple, and voila! Now, let's create a new slide. Add a character. Let's add a speech bubble too. Add to the text, why whiteboard videos? And bam! Looks amazing, right? But now let me show you the real power of Instadoodle. Perhaps you've previously used another doodle creation tool and struggled to find the exact character or scene that you imagined because the right prop wasn't available in the library. Thanks to Instadoodle's revolutionary Doodle AI engine, the only limit is your imagination. Let's say that you want a cow dressed up like a businessman juggling pineapples. Just type that, as crazy as it sounds, and Doodle AI will make it happen. Bam! Amazing, right? let's try a real case scenario. A teacher writing on the whiteboard with kids around. Done! Creating whiteboard videos has never, ever been so easy. Instadoodle is built to deliver you results faster and easier than anything else on the market. If you can click and drag your mouse, you can do a doodle video in a matter of minutes. All the doodle animations from this video are created using Instadoodle. And you're still here watching and listening to what I have to say. That just proves how efficient Instadoodle really is. And you can see doodle videos do an incredible job of educating, entertaining, and selling, making them one of the best investments that you can make in your business. So here's the deal. If you were to visit the instadoodle.com homepage right now, you'd see we sell Instadoodle as a monthly recurring service. But as a special promotion on this page, we're offering a rare chance to get it with a single one-time payment. But this exclusive deal is limited to just 1,000 lucky individuals. After reaching that limit, Instadoodle will return to its regular monthly payment. But honestly, even at $297 per month, that's an incredible deal for what you can do with this. Outsourcing the creation of a single video will cost you more than the price of this special offer. I'm so confident that you will love the whiteboard videos that you'll generate with Instadoodle that I'm even going to make this a complete risk-free decision for you. If you create a video with Instadoodle and you don't like it, you will get your money back with no questions asked. So now that you have no risk, go ahead and click the Buy Now button below and profit from the one-time payment offer and the huge discount that we have for our first 1,000 users. Let's quickly recap why you should get Instadoodle today. You'll be able to create unlimited whiteboard videos. You'll get access to our extensive doodle library. You'll be able to generate whatever doodle image you imagine using our AI engine. You'll be able to upload your own images with only one click. You'll be able to transform any script to a whiteboard animated video with our Doodle AI engine. You will get more views and more sales than ever before. So if you're ready to create studio-grade whiteboard animation videos for a fraction of what you pay a professional video creation agency, click the button below this video to get Instadoodle right now. Transform your ideas into stunning whiteboard videos today. Click below to purchase Instadoodle and enjoy our one-time payment offer. Join our
Hey folks, welcome to this special conversation on Business Redefined, your weekly most comprehensive look at the world of business, finance and economics. The much awaited IPO is happening. Kenya Pipeline, 11.8 billion shares, 65% stake by the government, 106 billion shillings, 9 shillings per share. We want to make sense of this, and we are privileged to have the lead transaction advisor, the man steering this agenda, and that is Dr. Ken Belgrade. Welcome on set.
Thank you, Julians.
Pleasure
to be
wonderful. Ken, so much conversation about the valuation. I am one of those who have raised the issue. 9 shillings per share, if you look at it from a PE perspective, 22x, price to book perspective, 1.66, EBITDA 8.1x. It sounds a bit steep on my side.
Well, thank you. I think this is a perfect platform to actually talk about the numbers. I couldn't dream of a better platform than speaking to you, Julians, about this particular conversation and valuation. I want to start by saying, coming to the market with a value is a process that is regulated. So numbers do not just drop from the sky. I think we have certified experts that actually speak to the methodology and then all the way to getting the requisite approvals within the organs of the transaction. And this discussion is reviewed by the Capital Markets Authority of Kenya. So when you look at a process, it is regulated. Let's start from there. Now, as to the methodology, when it comes to valuation, you'll agree with me that typically analysts will be looking at three methods, okay? We talk about the asset-based valuation, we talk about the income-based, and then we also talk about the relative valuation. At the end of it all, we have to have a basis for setting the price. And so when you look at that triangulation, it's an exercise that was very robust in looking at, from an income perspective, what does KPC outlook look like, okay? And then obviously from an asset perspective, we've engaged, professionals, land valuers, asset valuers, who have actually gone around this country, and they came back telling us that the fixed asset valuation of KPC is 123 billion. That's on a fixed asset. That's on a fixed asset. Yeah. And we're talking about a company that has no debt, okay? So from that perspective, looking at the fixed asset alone, we'll come back to now the perspective of what does that mean, to arriving at the number that we're talking about. And then, then we have the relative valuation. I want to pause here to say that a lot has been said about the Totals of this world, the Kenyans, Kenya Power, the Kenya Power of this world. And I'm happy to say, when it comes to the energy sector, you have your upstream, you have the midstream, and then you have your downstream. So if you look at an operator like KPC, over and again we've said that they're in the business of storage and transportation of fuel. Yeah. Just like you and I would team up to buy a couple of trucks to transport fuel from Mombasa to Kisumu. That will not necessarily, put us in a situation where we're talking about comparables, to utilities in this case. Now, specific to those three companies, I want to pause to say, when you look at the business model of KPLC, far from what KPC does, very far from it. They may be under the same parent ministry, but we're talking about different things. And again, we're talking about 10 million customers, regulated tariff, but then again, an extended hand of government, 50.1% shareholding, and then KenGen being the sole,
off-taker from Kenya Power.
When you look at that, then you look at the metrics at the stock exchange. We're talking about a price to book multiple of 0.23x. Now, let me ask you a question. We've talked about fixed asset valuation of 123 billion for Kenya Pipeline. Are we telling Kenyans that we're going to take these public assets and move it into private hands at 0.23x, at less than 25% of its worth? Is that what we're saying? Before we even get down to actually the numbers. So this is a highly profitable business, high margin business. That's not the case with KPLC. Now, I don't want to be trapped in this conversation of PE. You're not just comparing. You also have to adjust for two things. Very important. The margins and the growth.
And equally, Doc, you must also adjust for the fact that Kenya Pipeline is a heavy capex business. And I wonder to the extent that the EBITDA multiple, which is being considered here, which is 8.1x, actually factors that in.
Your email is your first online impression. Make it count. With GoDaddy Email, you get a professional address that matches your domain. It builds